did not know mechanical watches existed until I was in my late 20s. Kind of embarrassed to say that. I guess I just always assumed watches had a battery in them. I couldn't understand, I didn't comprehend that a watch could operate from just pieces of metal moving around. That it could keep time and do all these other functions without electronics. That was just an insane concept to me. So they're very fascinating to me, and as I started getting into it, I was surprised to see just how many other people were into watches. Lots of crazy collectors out there. If you have to wonder, are we in the good times? Are we in the hard times? Lots of people think we're in the middle of a depression right now. I mean, just look at the prices of watches that are being sold. We are absolutely in the good times. I mean, people are spending thousands and thousands of dollars on items that are completely unnecessary. In the age of electricity, we have easy and cheap ways to know the time, and watches are never going to offer the accuracy your phone can provide. A $50,000 FP Journe will not keep time as accurately as this $20 calculator watch. I mean, it just won't. There's no reason for these prices, and yet people will do it. People appreciate the movements and appreciate the fact that they are overly complicated. So I wanted to share a unique watch, a Bitcoin watch, from Cryptomatic. What's cool about this company is that they only accept Bitcoin. You cannot buy from them unless you use Bitcoin, which is an interesting decision. Obviously, if they accepted fiat money or even other cryptocurrencies, they'd have a better chance at making sales. But by only accepting Bitcoin, they compel you to use it as money and not to hold. I like that they are taking a stand, showing they are Bitcoin fans, and by accepting only Bitcoin, they slightly have moved the needle towards worldwide adoption. This is the HODLER Orange Edition. HODLER is not some German name. It's a reference to one of the most famous posts on the Bitcoin Talk forums. User GameCube went on this long rant. He was probably drunk, and I won't read the whole thing. But the gist is he's upset. He's been losing money trying to trade the market. And he realizes he'd be better off just holding what he started with than trying to time highs and lows. And of course, misspelling holding to hodling. Along the outer edge of this watch, the hour markers are the normal Arabic numerals, but you can also see the numbers are represented in binary as a little nod to programming. The minutes are shown there in the middle, and the seconds hand is in that perfect orange with the Bitcoin symbol on it. Really my favorite part. Bitcoin is open source, so there's no real rules about what color represents Bitcoin. You know, there's no boss who decides it, but this bright orange really has stuck and is pretty much now recognized as Bitcoin orange. And this watch really takes advantage of that. The strap turns an interesting watch into this big statement piece. If we turn it over, they offer an exhibition case back. Love being able to see the movement. If you're going to spend big money on a watch, I think it's just a waste not to get a chance to see the movement. Rolex gets away with solid case backs, but for me, I like looking at the back just as much as the front. Important to note, however, this is not true luxury. A Swiss man did not grind this and finish the pieces by hand next to some fireplace. This movement was pumped out by a machine. There are many watches in the world with this same movement, but still worth appreciating. And while probably not intentional, if you're going to have a Bitcoin watch, Japanese movement just makes sense. I mean, the creator of Bitcoin, whoever it was, used a Japanese name and claimed to be from Japan. So it just feels wrong to have anything else. Checking out the side, you'll see the screw-down crown has the Bitcoin logo, and the watch's thickness can really be seen. It's a big watch, 42 millimeters diameter, so that size, along with the orange strap, is going to grab attention. Depending on what you want, that can be a good or bad thing. Bad if you want to be low-key, but good if you like starting conversations with people. They provide a tool in the box to assist in switching out the strap. I wanted the orange, so I don't see myself changing the strap anytime soon. But it's nice to know I could do it at home. I think a rubber strap might be nice, so you don't have to worry about wearing out the leather. I should also add this is a limited edition. Only 50 were made. Now we have to trust Cryptomatic that they will only ever make 50, but they are individually numbered, so there is that. As far as reliability, I haven't owned it long enough to say, but the Myota movement is popular for a reason, so I think as long as it's not getting thrown against the wall or put in the microwave, I should be okay. They say you should service a watch every 5-10 years. The good thing is, because this movement is so common, you should have no problem finding someone who can work on it. So, if you are interested in watches, check out the Cryptomatic HODLER. And this is not a sponsored video, but if any of my 422 subscribers do work at Omega or Rolex, feel free to reach out to me. But for me, I like looking at the back just as much as the front.